Ooh, happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to episode 102 of the Just Too Sweet Show. I sound like complete crap, but that's okay. You got to do what you got to do in these time of days, right? You got to get out there, Dave. You got to get out there. You can't
Absolutely.
stop. You can't stop at 100. You got to keep going. So,
Absolutely. On a big night tonight,
it's a big night tonight.
Can't stop.
Exactly. So I am Mr. Tim Tabala. With me is Hollywood Dave, the third man. Dave, coming off our 100th show, man. How you feeling?
Oh man!
I mean, literally and figuratively, because you were a little messed up on episode 100.
Me? No, there's no way. I didn't go off on a rant about Aventura.
You and Boss were going hard on Eric too, which is pretty funny. Especially the Boss. He's going off on Eric.
Ooh, yeah. Let's just say that was a fun night, and after we were cut off the air because we went over time.
Yeah.
The network, said, "Hey guys, that's it. Time slot is filled. You gotta go. Move on."
Too much fun.
Yeah, I think I maybe lasted like 5 more minutes before I completely knocked out, and I just took everything off. I put it away, and I was like, "Okay, I need to go to bed."
But we did have a lot of fun. A lot of fun that night.
Absolutely, definitely a very memorable 100.
So maybe I think we'll do a show in the future where we're all drinking. That'd be real fun.
Ooh. Sounds dangerous.
We'll go off on a nice tangent that way.
It sounds like the show that will definitely get us canceled.
Yeah, probably. Well, the Boss will be just as drunk. Who's going to cancel us then? He'll be worse than anybody. Are you kidding? He drinks whiskey at 12 in the afternoon all the way through all the way through. So I don't know how he does it. He's up 24/7. That dude never sleeps.
I don't either. Like, mad props to him. And it's not like like he's just like a bachelor in Fort Lauderdale, Broward. No, this man has a family, has kids, they're young, wife.
Job. He's running a network. He's doing all this shit, giveaways and lists, and it's like, dude,
yeah.
Well, whatever. That's
all I need is a pet possum, to round it all up.
That's right. I know you're all about the possums like I am. I love me some possums, man. All right, so this is the AEW. They are tonight, Full Gear 2022 prediction show and preview. They are in Jersey tonight. That's 20 minutes from here without traffic. Not an hour. About an hour. I'm a little upset that I'm not going, but I'm glad because I got sick. I would have been very upset if I got sick and couldn't go. But yeah, it's not too far away, and hopefully we're going to see history tonight when a certain someone beats a certain someone from a certain something, and I hope it happens tonight because I can't stand a certain someone that has that certain something now. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second.
You're gonna talk about Tony Storm like that? Gosh, Tim.
Well, first we had one little our old friend CM Punk is off running at the mouth again. He can't stop. He can't stop bringing himself up. He can't stop taking shots at AEW. But by the way, before we showed the clip, what did you think of Colt Cabana popping up in AEW? And what kind of message did that send CM Punk?
Oh, that's probably why he's doing this now. Like, he's like, oh, you guys are going to take a shot at me? Like, because that was a subtle shot. Like, well, there was no reason for Colt Cabana to show up on Dynamite. No reason.
None.
So, I don't even remember the last Dynamite he was on. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, that's not even a shot. That's like that's flat out like, F you. Like, you're out of here. You're done. See ya. And like I said, if anyone thought he was coming back before that, now he'll never come back in AEW.
Nah, absolutely not. And especially like now, I mean, I think the last couple of weeks, well, we'll see that the Elite is back tonight. So they've also done like little clips of the Elite. So yeah, there's definitely no chance for Punk going back. The question now is Tony Khan going to buy out his contract or what? Because I think that's the next question where there was a reports about Triple H supposedly open to the idea of
Why? I don't buy that. Because why? You don't need it. You don't need them.
you don't.
You don't need the trouble. You just don't need the headache. Like you don't need that. You got a locker room that was finally happy. They're all in good moods. They're all talking about how great it is now, and they're going to bring this guy in. He's the NWO of like wrestling now. He's like the poison. That shot of poison that's been. He's the poison. So why the hell would you want to do it?
Money. I mean,
I
I still feel like he kind of. I don't know. It's just wrestling fans are fickle. They're fickle, so I feel like at least with me, he's like, I don't care to see him anymore on television. But of course, if he comes out because you just don't expect him to, he's still gonna get a pop. He's still gonna sell merch. So it's like I feel like they're gonna take that stuff into account, and they can definitely bring eyes from AEW over. I don't know. I don't know how AEW fans really feel, like the ones that are just AEW fans feel about Mr. CM Punk now. Like, are they okay with him, or are they not because of what he did to the company?
Well, when I went to Dynamite last time, there was that just happened, and there were a lot of Punk fans walking around screaming how he was screwed and he's the right. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm about to start with like, how do you mean he's right? What do you mean he's right? He's not right. He's a selfish prick. I don't understand what he's talking about. But I don't.
He could have said nothing, but the fact that he was there eating muffins and his whatever seltzer, that got me upset. So you're at a press conference, man. Be more respectful. You're there like munching on muffins in front of everyone, like.
And he's the one who started because he thought one of the reporters was friends with Hulk Mail. Aren't you friends with that guy? And that started the whole thing. That started the whole arrogant. He was an arrogant prick too. He's just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
instead of I don't know.
Well,
He got butthurt over a lot of things.
Oh, he is. That should be his name. See him butthurt or butthurt Punk or something like that. Well, he did an MMA commentary thing recently, and he took a couple little subtle shots here and there. So I think I have to bring it up, and you can play it.
I will play it for you right now.
AEW All Out backstage incident whilst doing MMA commentary after his colleagues played a rip on the former world champion.
Speaking of CM Punk, next year we may do Fury Pro Wrestling. we're trying to get a big signing to happen. We need to add it to our
I'm bad news. You don't want me in the locker room.
Yeah, that dude will mess up the whole organization. What are you doing? I like working here, man.
He won't draw numbers.
Don't let him do any press conferences. All right, listen, we still got a main event to come.
Are we live? What are you doing?
CM Punk joke.
Oh boy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's funny. It's funny, but it's him just being an asshole.
Absolutely. You saw him like oh yeah, my hand hurts, and I don't think you could see it in that clip, but when they first did it, he did like because I think the thing was that his tricep or something was hurt after everything, and he was there like, oh yeah, no, I'm good, and all this other stuff, and I'm like, come on, Punk.
Yeah, he's bad news. If I never saw him again, I'd be perfectly happy with that. Sorry, because too, I think he ruined his legacy a bit too. Because looking back, I just don't care anymore. Like I don't care about his career anymore. I don't. Now you see kind of you going back to the day where it's like, oh, Triple H was wrong, Vince was wrong. How can they do that to him? Now it's like, wait a minute, maybe they weren't wrong. Maybe they were the ones who were like saw this all coming, saw how he was, and saw the kind of person he is, and it's like, oh well. Okay, sorry. You guys are right. We were wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, we don't see that much of the backstage politics. We just see whatever Punk said because Triple H nor Vince ever came out and said anything like, oh, this is how this happened. We let him... Well, he took his ball because of this. But, yeah, I agree with you. Like, before where crowds would be like, CM Punk. Like, now... I feel like we're not really going to see that anymore.
Do you think that pissed him off too? The fact that, like you said, Vince and Triple H never came out after he left and made like any kind of comments.
No, I think the only comment that was ever made about him was by Stephanie. I think
it wasn't that bad. Though. It wasn't that bad of a comment. I don't think they ever like. I think he wanted them to go off on him, like kind of like.
Yeah, like
Yeah, they
make
never did.
reference to it, but they did. I think it was the crowds were saying CM Punk, and then I forgot who they were feuding with.
Oh,
It might have been
Stephanie. Stephanie
Daniel
did
Bryan.
something,
Yeah.
yeah.
It might have been Daniel Bryan or someone, and they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna take his ball and go home as well, or something to that extent. I forgot what it was, but that was the only mention that they ever made about him.
No, did it? Oh, see, now you're ringing my bell. Didn't somebody mention his MMA when he lost? Did Stephanie say that, or someone say that? His
It might have
MMA
been
career?
Stephanie. I think Stephanie was the only one that ever made any mention to him, and it wasn't even by name. It was like subtle like that.
Well, I like you said, I think the crowd was chanting CM Punk, and they said something like he did real good this weekend in his fight. I don't know, something weird like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's kind of ringing a bell now, but I don't remember completely. But yeah, me personally, I know you were big on. I mean, I was big on when he came back. I was happy when he came back. I mean, it's just because it was like a shock to the system, really.
Yeah.
Then
I
right
mean,
away, it just became like, dude, everything you said's a lie. He didn't come back to put the younger guys over. He didn't come back to this, that. He came back to, take the title.
yeah, pretty much, and cash a check, because I thought it was like, okay, he's gonna come back, he's gonna teach these younger guys, he's fallen in love with wrestling again, and like you said, we hadn't seen him in 7 years, so something like, oh crap, like we're gonna see him, against maybe your Daniel Bryans and your Jungle Boys, your MJFs, and for a while he was good there, but then it just, when that whole Hangman Page thing happened, like, yeah, it was like he flipped the switch and he felt disrespected, and it's like, come on, man.
Disrespected. Enough already. Well, honestly, if I never saw him again, I could care less. I really could. I don't care anymore. He's whatever to me.
Same here. Unfortunately, like I was a CM Punk guy, but as of now, like, yeah, his career's gone, and I don't really care if we see him again. I know that there was that supposed leak of the Royal Rumble entrance and all that other stuff, and he was like mentioned there. I was like, no, there's
That was completely fake.
yeah. I was like, there's no way. And not only that, but even if it was remotely true, I feel like with that, Tony Khan's not gonna let him go. Like I'd rather keep him on contract and he stays home.
Yeah, exactly. He has the money for that. Yeah, there's no way he's showing up at the Royal Rumble. There's no way in hell.
No.
So that whole list was fake anyway. I know they had Jay White on there.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of guys on there, but it's not who they had on there; it's who they didn't have on that list, which is like half the roster. like there was no Kofi Kingston wasn't on that list, and he's there every year to do one of his little tricks.
Yeah, one of the little stunts.
So come on, it's like I know something. I know that ain't right. So, all right, let's move on to AEW tonight. I'm very excited about this card. I think it's going to be a good show tonight. I'm starting to sound like crap again, so we're going to have to move through this quickly. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, so first we got 0 Hour, which is the pre-show, and we're starting off with a couple decent matches, actually. Not bad. I like Lance Archer. I don't know why he's not getting his push that I thought he was going to get.
Wait, is he fighting today?
Isn't he? Oh no, he had Starks tonight. He beat up Starks the other night, and he's because Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. That's the first one.
Yeah.
And they're gonna face who faces Ethan Page for the title shot. Oh, yeah, Starks got his ass whooped by Lance Archer the other night. That's what I was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. So there's the first match right off the bat. What are you thinking of this one? What's gonna happen in this one? Bigger. I wish I could make it bigger. Well, the pictures will come up in a minute.
Brian Cage has been. So I feel like he was hot when they brought him in, and then after that, he kind of just faded away. And I don't blame him. He's just another big guy. I don't feel like he really did much for me. I like to see Ricky Starks win this. I feel like he has a lot of charisma, and he's good in the ring.
Yeah, I like him too. I'm gonna go with him too. I'm gonna go with Ricky Starks to win this one.
God, I just realized there are 13 matches, including these pre-show. What? They need to cut this.
Yeah, they always have long ass fucking pay-per-views. That's the one thing about it. And some of these matches go way too long too.
Yeah, because everyone's trying to get their spots in, and then obviously they're gonna go over. And because I think they're on that BR Live, they don't really care about going over, because they can just. It's not like they have a time frame or whatever to fit in.
Yep, I agree. So who you liking? Are you liking Starks also?
Yeah, I'm going Ricky Starks.
All right, cool. So we agree on that one. Now, next up, Eddie Kingston. Oh God, I can't get on board with the guy. I just can't.
Come on, that's your boy right there, Reppy. He's gonna be the hometown.
He's not my hometown. And he's taking on Jun Akiyama. Jun Akiyama. I don't know much about Jun Akiyama, but you know what? I'm going with Akiyama to win just because I don't like Eddie Kingston.
Come on, you gotta go with the factory worker. You know, hard. He's a worker. That's what he is.
He's a worker.
He's a worker.
He's a tub. He looks like a tub. Like if a bathtub started walking around, that's what he looks like. A bathtub.
Bathtub. I'm going with Mr. Eddie Kingston. I don't think being so close to home, I don't think they're gonna have him lose this one, especially as a pre-show.
And Akiyama is not really AEW, right? Isn't he?
Well, I saw some. I think he signed with him because I saw something that said that he's all elite now.
Oh, okay. I know he was what, Impact or Ring of Honor or something before. You know, really?
Yes, something like that.
Something
But
like that,
I think I saw something. I think it was on Instagram that he is now all elite.
Okay.
And they gotta sign someone, right? They haven't signed someone in a couple months.
I know it's been a while. Finally, we have the Best Friends against the Factory. Who the hell is the Factory again?
The Factory is QT Marshall, Aaron Solo, Lee Johnson, Nick Camarodo, and Cole Carter.
Jesus, it's a lot of guys.
Yeah, and well, Best Friends is, obviously it's Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, and then they have Rocky Romero, which was Trent's tag team partner back in New Japan, and Danhausen is also on the team.
I don't get that Danhausen gimmick, but whatever. People seem to like him, so
He's entertaining, but they're also not they're making him seem kind of like a entertaining jobber where you can't really take him serious.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
Yeah,
He's a bit of a weirdo. But hey, you know what? Whatever floats your boat. I don't dislike him. I haven't really seen him too much enough to really make a full on, hatred or love for him.
yeah.
But he's interesting. I'll give you that much. I'm going to say the Best Friends finally win one. They never win those guys.
Yeah, I'm surprised they still haven't been tag team champions or something. Like, now they can be trios, even though, now Orange Cassidy has a belt. So, yeah, I think Best Friends will take this one as well. I don't think him being, the All-Atlantic champion, he's going to lose.
I can't believe fucking this guy has a belt, Sean, Cassidy, after all this time. That dude was on like a 30-match losing streak. And he finally wins one. I don't know how someone so over can lose so much.
And he beat Puck.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how because the dude's over and he just kept losing and losing and losing and losing and losing. I was like, all right, I guess I was wrong about him. I guess he's not as funny as entertaining as I thought he was. But whatever. Finally, we get to the main card. The main card looks I like this card tonight. I really do. I'm very excited about this card. And first up, we have the tag team titles. The Acclaimed, Scissorby Big Daddy, taking on Swerve in Our Glory, who's Keith Lee and Swerve, both former WWE guys, as we both know. They just got these titles from these guys. This is the rematch from the last one. I think this is going to be a good match, too.
Yeah, how was it because you were there when they won, right?
I was there when they won.
How was that match? Because, the first one at the, what was it? It wasn't Revolution. It was All In. That was a great match.
Yeah, it was good. No, it was good. It was very good. And the crowd popped. The crowd loved them. It was a big deal. I was very happy when they won. And it was a very good match. They put on a very good match. Keith Lee is amazing the way he moves for his size.
Absolutely.
So, and the Acclaimed has the crowd, so we'll see. I don't see them taking the belts off the Acclaimed yet, at least not too soon. But then who knows what goes on in Tony Khan's mind, but I'm still going to go on with the
See how many bumps he takes today?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go on with the Acclaimed to hold on to those titles. So I don't think Swerve and Our Glory is going to be a tag team much longer.
Yeah, same here. It feels like Swerve is, I guess, trying to distance himself and go the singles route. Which I'm fine with. I think Keith Lee should also be a singles competitor. Having him in a tag team is kind of like you're just throwing him in. Kind of like what WWE used to do, just put two random guys together and, hey, here your tag team now.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I think Acclaim takes this one as well. They're, even after winning the titles, they're still pretty hot. Like, they haven't, faded yet. They still got the crowd going with them. The addition of Daddy Ass has been great. So I think they're good.
Yes. Daddy ass is always funny. We have the AEW interim women's. I don't understand this interim shit anymore. Either you're the champ or you're not the champ.
It's because of Thunder Rosa.
Oh, please, Thunder Rosa, give me a break with this dude. And that's right, I'm going to say it again. This dude, Thunder Rosa.
Stop.
It's a
She's not a dude.
It's a dude.
No, she's not a dude.
It's a dude.
No.
Like everybody says, it's a dude. Anyway, we got Tony Storm taking on Jamie Hayter. Doesn't Jamie Hayter look like what's her name from WWE?
Dakota. In this one,
yes.
Dakota Kai. She looked
Dakota Kai right there.
in that photo. Wow. You said it, and I was like, wait, she looks like Dakota Kai in that photo.
I know. I'm looking. I'm going. I said, this chick's in WWE. What's going on? But all right, no, that's not her. So yeah. Honestly, I don't know anything about these two. Well, I know Tony Storm, obviously. Jamie Hayter, I'm not too fond. I'm not too. I gotta admit something right now. I don't watch so many of the women's matches in AEW. I don't dig their division. And none of them really, except for Britt Baker, none of them really.
They don't have that.
They don't have that thing that draws me that wants to watch them fight. So, I guess I'll go with Tony Storm to win, just because I don't know nothing about Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie Hayter's actually one of Britt Baker's like part of her like faction, disciples, whatever people want to call it. She's one of those that hangs out with her and what is it, Rebel? I forgot what she calls her. So she's with her. So this is actually a surprise that she got this match over Britt, but I guess because they're trying to push the artist formerly known as Paige, that they want to make that more of a main event. So yeah, I think Tony Storm takes this. I don't think Tony Storm is gonna lose until she probably faces Thunder Rosa.
And where is Thunder Rosa? She's just hurt.
Yeah, she was hurt, so then they did this interim thing. So, but she should be coming back real soon. If she doesn't come back tonight, she might come back probably the next couple Dynamites. Maybe at Winter is coming.
This interim bullshit. All right, now this match is going to be very interesting because everyone wants to know: can Saraya, is she actually ready? And there's always that possibility, one kick to the fucking back of the head, her head could fall off. I mean, there's always that scary ass thing going on. But tonight we do have Britt Baker, DMD, taking on artist formerly known as Paige, like you said, Saraya. Saraya's first match in I don't know how long. When the hell was that? 17, 18?
Something like that, because actually it might have been more, because her last match was a house show, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Sasha Banks kicked her in the back.
Yeah.
Almost fucking decapitated her.
And it's Sasha Banks, imagine.
And this was right around, the whole video, the pictures got leaked, and, it was a very bad time for her. I felt bad for her, I really did. As much as I enjoyed the pictures.
Oh, and also the Del Rio stuff as well.
Yeah, that, and they said, as much as I enjoyed the pictures and the videos, I'm not going to lie, I did feel really bad for her because, she was on the verge of fucking suicide and all that stuff based on all that shit. Anyway, let's get to the good stuff. This is actually a tough one. Normally, I would go with Saraya to win her big comeback match, but I don't know. I don't think it goes that way this time.
Really? You think the doctor gets this?
I think the Doctor wins the first one, but Saraya will come back with the next one. I do. I don't think she's going to win fair either.
Huh. Interesting.
I'm going with Britt Baker to win this first one. I mean, if you want to keep me interested, she wins the first one. Then it's like, it kind of builds Saraya up like, oh my god, she lost already, and oh my god, and
I do.
So much, and
I don't mind that so much. Just because of one of the last, I think it was the last promo they had where Saraya was like, "Oh, this is my house," blah 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 blah, and then Britt Baker was like, "How can you say this is your house? You've been here for a week. This is my house. This is my house. The division I built, that I have on my back." By the way, that promo was just kind of insane. How the heel Britt Baker is getting cheered by the fans.
Yep.
And yeah, I just don't see it happen. Even though, I mean, as we've noticed, all the women wrestlers from WWE that have come in have basically taken a ton of L's. Your Ruby Sohos, your Athenas.
Who?
The only one that hasn't, I think, is Toni Storm, but she still took a couple L's at the beginning because she lost to Britt Baker. It wasn't until Thunder Rosa got hers that they're like, okay, here you go. But I think Soraya's on a different level than them. She's more known. It's her first match back. Hopefully, nothing happens to her because that's not what we want to see, especially with that was something else I completely forgot to tell you about, to talk about at the beginning, and that's this news with Adam Cole that just doesn't seem to get any better.
Yeah.
But now I just remember with Britt Baker, like, God forbid anything happens to Saraya because that's rough.
It is. It's rough. Believe me, I'm very upset about Adam Cole. Very, very upset.
Yeah. Kind of, it makes you wonder, like, would he be in the situation if he was still in WWE? Was it, like, something that was going to happen inevitably? Like, it sucks because Adam Cole is great, and you don't want to see his career just go like this.
Well, hopefully, like you see, hopefully, if his career is done, hopefully he doesn't leave wrestling altogether, though. Hopefully, he'll come back and do something. Just no bumps. Can't take a bump.
Yeah, no bumps.
He can still super kick the shit out of people, though. That's fine. He can still come back and help super kick people. I said, and we're not going to get the Kenny Omega fucking match that we wanted. We're not going to get the whole stable match.
No, man, the whole payoff of that, killing him, on kayfabe killing him, them bringing him back, like, and then he turned like that. The craziest thing, the last time we saw Adam Cole on TV, I'm sorry for whoever's watching this. I know we diverted from the match, but the whole last thing we saw of him was him betraying the Young Bucks and super kicking them, and then that was it.
Yep.
And it's like that's gonna have no payoff now. It looks like, at least not for a while now.
He might have to take like a. How old is he? He's in his late 30s, right?
Late 30s? I thought Adam Cole was a lot younger. I'll tell you right now.
Maybe he's younger. I hope he's
He's
younger.
33.
So maybe he has a shot. Maybe he got to take 2 years off, 3 years off. Maybe he can come back and pick up where he left off, Shawn Michaels style.
That's
Hopefully.
true. I mean,
I Soraya's back. Daniel Bryan came back. Edge came back. Everyone thought they were all going to die. So, well, hopefully. All right, so you're picking Saraya. I'm picking Britt Baker. I don't care either way.
Saraya made an appointment
Yeah,
tonight.
she's gonna get drilled.
I thought Xavier Woods already did that. I mean,
Yeah.
what? Sorry.
And here's a man that will never go away. Sting teaming up with Darby Allin.
Dang.
Taking on the team of Jay Lethal, who does a great Macho Man impression, and Double J, Jeff Jarrett, who just, by the way, came into WWE as a special whatever he was, and he sung the praises, and he was all happy and all happy. And next thing you know, he's calling fucking Triple H a hook nose and talking shit about them. I don't understand this profession. I really don't.
I think Double J, Jeff Jarrett is one of the worst. From everything that I've seen and heard from throughout the years, it's probably one of the worst guys in the industry.
I guess so. Because he was literally just about a year ago. Less than a year ago, he was there.
SummerSlam.
Was it SummerSlam?
SummerSlam in Nashville. He was the
That's right.
special referee.
Referee.
And then the next night, they let him go and fight Ric Flair for God knows what reason. And now, look at him back here.
He's here. I mean, fucking call him Triple H hook nose or big nose, whatever the hell they called him. It's like, okay, that's good for you. Have fun at AEW, you moron.
But he's another one that doesn't go away. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to see Double J on my screen anymore.
No, I think if Sting, if I have to keep looking at Sting, I want Joker Sting. I want like a ridiculous thing.
Impact Sting.
Yeah, I want Impact Joker Sting. I don't want to see this guy anymore. So
I don't want to see him with Darby Allin either. I feel like, honestly, Darby Allin has been held back so much because of Sting.
I agree, 1,000%. But with that being said, I'm still going to go with Sting and Darby Allin on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them as well. But I feel like Darby Allin could have been competing for what you would think with Sting as your manager or your partner, whatever. That Darby Allin should have at least had already 1 or 2 shots at the AEW World Championship, but he hasn't.
I agree.
Instead, we have Jon Moxley for the 37th time.
This is why we need Tony Khan needs a real booker, not him. Like flipping coins, whatever the hell he does. Next up. I'm looking forward to this one. Big time. Big time. Jungle Boy. Now he's using Jack Perry. Got to get that Perry in there. Make sure everybody knows who he is. taking on Luchasaurus in the freaking cage. And let me tell you something. Christian has been one entertaining son of a bitch during this whole problem. Just taking shots at fucking Dylan McKay. Poor Dylan McKay. Taking a shot at fucking his father being dead and all that stuff. It's been out of control. This is going to be a good one, I think.
I think so too, and especially if their cage is massive.
Yeah.
So I think they're definitely going to be able to use this a lot. And yeah, I like the storyline. Where it's gone, this is probably one of the highlights from the last couple months between these guys. Because when Christian gets on the mic, him as a heel, man, he knows how to get under your skin.
Yeah, he does. So who you like in this one?
It's a cage match. Man, this is going to be interesting because I don't think I've ever seen Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus in a singles match now. I always see him tagging, and then he comes in and he does his like good spots. But I don't know. This is going to be interesting. If this is going to be one of those burial match. No, this can't be. They won't bury Jungle Boy, would they? This is tough because eventually, it's supposed to be Jungle Boy and Christian. That's what they're leading up to. So he's got to defeat the monster. Okay, I'm going Jungle Boy here. I just talked myself into it.
I'm also going Jungle Boy. I don't think he can. All the shit that he's gone through the last few months, he can't lose this one. If he loses this one, honestly, where do you go?
Because then there's no reason for him to fight Christian.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though I think Christian technically already beat him.
Yeah.
So this is like you got to slay the beast, and then you get to Christian.
You get to the boss level, the final level of the boss. No, I agree 100%. He's got to win this one. Okay, up next we have the Trios Championship.
Let's go, baby.
Briefly belonged to the Elite. No, it's theirs anyway. It doesn't matter. But we have the Death Triangle. What a name. Now, who are these guys? I know it's Pac. Who's the other two guys?
The Lucha Bros.
The Lucha Bros, right?
Yeah, it's Rey Fénix and Penta El Cero Miedo.
That's why they're trying to pronounce that, see? Although they're taking on the Elite themselves, making their comeback finally after being suspended.
Wrongfully suspended.
Wrongfully
suspended.
I agree 1,000%. I'm all about Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks tonight, just because of that whole shit. So yeah, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are back finally after being suspended, like I said, unlawfully, incorrectly, erroneously, all those other words I can't think of right now. Horribly. So yeah, I think this is easy. I'm easily going to predict Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks tonight to win this one.
So I want to talk about a couple things here. Number one, if your tag team partner was here, I definitely would have thrown this there. Look at how great Kenny Omega looks. He's always talking about, he's got this dad bod, blah blah blah. Look at how great he looks in this promo picture. Looking buffer than ever. Back to the cleaner mode.
He looks good in the picture. I agree.
Now, what I was gonna say that it's funny because I just noticed since we talked about this interim thing, the Triangle's not the interim champions. They're just the champions.
Yeah. So why interim one way but not another?
I guess because he stripped them. He stripped the Elite of the belts, which again I don't think that was right. So technically, it wasn't like they couldn't compete. He just decided to strip it from them.
That's crap.
Now see, I don't know if the Elite comes back and wins because are they just gonna do that to Death Triangle? Like, yeah, thanks for holding being the seat filler. Now we're back. Now we're ready, take over again. And are people gonna be like okay with that because they are EVPs?
Yeah, I know.
I'd be like, you booked yourself to win, and it's
That's
like
true. Oh yeah, the EVP thing now that was publicly well known.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, so CM Punk was right.
Oh god, yeah, you're right about that. That's actually very true.
I wouldn't mind them winning if they come back as full on heels. I just don't know if we're gonna get that because when Kenny came back, they were like teetering between heel and face. So I guess it's all gonna depend on the reaction of the crowd. If they're gonna come back and be cheered, or they're gonna come back and be booed, where they go with that. This one I think is probably the hardest one to predict.
You know what? You convinced me, but I'm not gonna go with a win. I'm gonna go with like a double disqualification type thing.
Okay.
A schmaz.
Or what is it that these guys the time limit.
I mean, something stupid like that.
Oh, but that means that they would have to go 60 minutes.
You never know. I'm thinking like a disqualification of some kind.
Okay.
Count out. I don't know what it is. Count out something. I'm gonna go like neither team's gonna win really.
Is there countouts in this trio's matches? I don't
Triangles
know.
are gonna walk away with the belts. Let's put it that way, but it's not necessarily gonna win. That's how I'm gonna put it.
Okay, so
You convince me.
my heart wants to say the Elite. My heart wants to say, shove it, CM Punk. These guys are our guys. We're gonna stand behind them. But see, I'm convincing myself in both ways now.
Yeah.
Uh
Well, you convinced me that way. I think you're right. I don't think they're gonna give them the belts because the EVP thing.
yeah, it's just gonna look bad, and people. Yeah, you know what? I'll stick to that. Death Triangle wins.
All right. It sucks. I mean, I'm on your side when it comes to this. 100%.
It's just the way things are gonna go, and you don't want to lose the fans because of that. And Tony Khan is very big on listening to the fans and not wanting to, like, I guess, drive them away, especially now to WWE.
I agree. All right. Up next, the AEW TNT Championship. It's three-way. We have Wardlow.
Stop.
No, I just think because the crowd does that. Wardlow taking on Powerhouse Hobbs, who I really like. I think he's a pretty good, the good dude. And Samoa Joe, he's another guy who just doesn't go away. But he's also the World TV Champion, Ring of Honor World TV Champion. We have a three-way for the TNT title. I have no idea who's going to win this match at all. I don't think Wardlow's going to walk away with it, though.
You don't think Wardlow walks away with it?
I don't. I don't know
Ooh.
why. I think, like you say, he listens to the crowd too much, and they're Goldberging him now every week.
That's because he's a powerhouse. Where the only person that, I mean, the guys he's in it are probably the only guys that can really compete against him.
It's true.
Where you're like, okay, it seems like a fair fight. He's not fighting Orange Cassidy or Danhausen, these guys that he can just manhandle.
It's true. I don't know. You go first on this one if you like.
What I was thinking for here was Powerhouse Hobbs is in this match to get pinned.
Who's Bleacher Report pick? They're picking Wardlow Bleacher House.
Yeah, so I feel like Powerhouse Hobbs is in this match to get pinned, and then eventually maybe the Joe Wardlow thing, because they were kind of teasing it, and then finally he attacked him. Might be a thing. I just don't know now when you mention that he might not. You don't think he walks away with it. I feel like that would make more sense if Powerhouse Hobbs wins, and then Wardlow tries to face Joe for the Ring of Honor World TV Championship.
This is a hard one.
I feel like they're really in on Wardlow to making this be so. Do I want to go hard or brains here? Wardlow. I don't think Joe wins because unless they're gonna unify the TNT and the Ring of Honor. I don't think that would be that they're gonna do that.
They need to stop with Ring of Honor, by the way. Get them their own show somewhere and stop with all these belts. There's too many belts on these TV shows. Too many.
I don't know why they do like an invasion angle with Ring of Honor.
Something. It's too many titles.
I'm gonna say Wardlow retains here.
I'm gonna go with you too. I actually am gonna go with you. I didn't think he was gonna walk away, but you make a lot of points.
Like I said, the only thing I can see is Hobbs winning somehow, and then Wardlow going after Joe and the Ring of Honor TV Championship.
Yeah, okay. I'm with that. It should be, that's not going to be a technical match, that's for damn sure.
Absolutely not.
That's going to be a
This is gonna
slobber
be yeah.
All right, and then we go. Well, here's the dude I was talking about, Nyla Rose.
Yeah, not who was it that you said?
I was saying the other one, the chant, Thunder Rosa.
Oh, no, not Thunder. Thunder Rosa's not the dude. She's the Mexican with the face paint.
I get him confused. I'm sorry, but yeah, here's the dude. This is the dude right here.
This was the former dude.
Yeah.
Sure. Doesn't
TBS
identify as that anymore.
I don't care what you identifies. Dude, AEW TBS champion. See, another champion you just don't need. TBS? Really?
You gotta appease to the network.
I don't know.
Gotta make sure you don't lose that network deal.
Well, you got Jade Cargill taking on the dude Nyla Rose. Jade Cargill's around. She's probably the only other one other than Britt Baker worth mentioning in this women's division right now.
Agreed.
The
baddie section.
I mean, does she keep that title again? She's been champ for a long time, no, since its inception.
She was the first champ. Which, funny enough, I just noticed how they have this build, and they have Nyla Rose as the TBS champion as well because I think she stole the belt.
Oh God!
But that's so dumb. She didn't win the belt.
Well, yeah, I was a Baker champion just because you steal the belt.
Yeah, no. I think Jade takes this one.
Yeah, me too.
This is probably again her most competitive match because everyone else she's faced is not on her level. And I think they're building her up. I think what is she at now? Like 30-something and 0? Not kayfabe.
Not kayfabe, yeah. That's 75 and 0 after a week after being 51 and 0.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking Goldberg.
No wonder Bret Hart was always so mad.
I know. He's always mad, man. He's burying everybody again. All right, I'm gonna go with Jade Cargill also because I don't want the dude to win. Dude, it's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair to have a dude wrestle a chick.
I mean, Jade Cargill's pretty. She can handle her own.
Okay, yeah, she's tall too, man. She's a tall drink. Won that one. We have the Ring of Honor World Championship 4-way again. We have too many belts, but this is gonna be a good match, so I'll accept it because we have legends down there now. We have Chris Jericho, the champion, defending against Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, and Sammy Guevara. And we'll see which Jericho shows up. My friend Dana or the cut guy he's been.
Your friend Dana?
It looks like my friend Dana when his body's not toned. That's not insulting her. That's insulting him. That's not insulting her. So hopefully Rip Jericho shows up tonight.
I mean, Jericho's had a big week. He just got unmasked the other night as was the bride on the Masked Singer, which I don't know how people didn't know this was Jericho. It's like he didn't even try to hide his voice.
No, he didn't. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, they were all shocked. Like, wait, who is that?
Plus, I bet when they ripped his mask off, those hosts, they don't know who he was anyway.
Yeah.
They don't know who Chris. They had to fake it. They don't know who Chris Jericho is. Are you kidding me?
No, they're like, oh my god, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's that guy. It's like you don't know who Chris Jericho is. Give me a break. So who you like in this one? Is Chris Jericho retain that? I was there when he won that title too.
Oh, you were when he beat Claudio.
When he beat Claudio for that one, yeah, I was shocked.
I don't think Claudio wins it back. Sammy would be interesting.
Does Bryan Danielson get his first title?
I don't think so. I think the BBC is gonna take a hit tonight. A big hit, actually. You'll hear my prediction for later. But I'm gonna go with the champ here. I say Jericho retains. He technically could just pin Sammy.
True.
And then win.
That's true.
Will Sammy do the job?
I don't think so.
I think it'll be an interesting dynamic to see if they go at each other. Because we know Claudio and Bryan will definitely go at each other. But to see if Chris and Sammy go at each other for the first time, if Sammy goes for a pin and he's like, hey, what are you doing?
You're
supposed to be helping me.
In the beginning, this is going to be a tag match in the beginning. And then it's going to turn into whatever it turns into.
Yeah, which I think is going to be exciting. It should be entertaining.
So you're liking Jericho?
I am liking Jericho yeah.
Yeah, I think, I'm liking Jericho also. He's not ready to go out on tour yet.
Yeah, the Ocho.
That's next year he's going on tour, so he's still going to hold that title until he leaves for tour at least.
And well, he just signed another, like a longer contract, right?
Yeah, he did.
And with like more it was a producer? I forgot what it was that he signed, but all these guys, him and Moxley are signing like these ludicrous deals.
Here we go, Dave. Here we go.
I'm so worried about this match.
The match that I want more than anything in the world. Then again, it doesn't matter who John Moxley's facing. I want him to lose. But
I mean,
But-
he's only lost how many times since we wanted him to lose? Once?
But it's a little different now because I am a massive MJF mark. I am a massive MJF fan. I think he is outstanding on every single level. I love his honesty. I mean, he's fucking the most honest person you'll ever meet.
And in
He-
interviews, too.
He has
It's-
no problem mentioning, I fucking love Triple H. He's a fucking great guy. You can't do that in wrestling.
Or like Roman Reigns, like, yeah, I respect Roman so
Yeah.
much. I love what WWE is doing. Like,
Yeah, I love the fact that he'll go out and say that because Tony Khan probably says, "All right, listen, I get it, but you got to calm that shit down," and he doesn't stop.
yeah.
Like, dude, I'm a free agent in 2024. The great bidding war is going to begin. I love that about him. I don't think there's any fucking. He is what I think CM Punk wanted to be. The guy, the voice of the voiceless, that whole thing. I think this guy fucking does it 10 times better, 1,000 times better.
Well, see, okay, but yes, he does, but that's because he has no restrictions. Vince was not gonna be okay with Punk going out there saying all this shit. Even though Punk went at it like towards the edge a lot.
Oh yeah, I agree. But even with that said, I'm going to predict MJF to win because I just want him to win so bad. I'm trying to like set out the vibes. I want him to win.
Put it out of the universe.
I don't want to see fucking Moxley win again.
Go on vacation, Mox.
Yeah, go take your 6 weeks vacation. You want to come back? You'll figure it out later.
Oh, man.
So I'm going MJF tonight.
You saw the video I sent right about I think he was out with the Barstool guys.
Yes.
And he's talking about Buffalo, and he's like, "You guys really like Buffalo? Like, come on, there's nothing." It was great.
It says vacation for fat people, fat ugly people.
Oh man, he's great. It doesn't matter what. I haven't seen one thing where I'm like, MJF is, man. No, he's been great in everything. He is truly a pillar of this
He is.
AEW. And I think it was that same interview, or it was another one where he's like, "Oh, what is it that you want the most, or whatever? Like, what's gonna treat you?" He's like, "Money." And he's like, and they're like, "Oh, so if one does like $1 more," he's like, "If one does 1 penny more, I'm gonna go to that company."
That's awesome.
So I saw that and I was like, man, I really can't wait for that free agency because that is going to be like, where the hell does this guy turn up?
Yep, it's true.
So now going to my.
He should do a LeBron James type reveal. I'll be taking my talents too. Let's see what happens.
Oh man, so did you know that TK is gonna offer him money? He's gonna offer him a ton, but if he gets into that room sitting down with Triple H, and Triple H is like able to like not only give him money, but then be like, "This is where I see you. This is where I'm trying to take you." Man, that's gonna be, I don't know, interesting as hell.
I'm very upset that it's so close and I can't go. I really am.
And you definitely know there's gonna be a documentary that if he goes to WWE, that WWE will do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was supposed to go. I was gonna try to go to this event too because it's in Jersey, and my cousins are like 15 minutes away from Newark, or 20 minutes. But I just couldn't get the flights in time, and yeah, flights have been weird lately.
If you would have went, I would have went.
I definitely want to because they had like a deal for both nights because Rampage was yesterday. And then today was Full Gear. So they had like a double deal, which is what I did when they came down here. Because they did the same thing. They did Rampage Friday and then Special Dynamite on Saturday. And it was like, I think normally the seats that I was in was going to be like $40. But because I bought the dual pack, it was like $25 for each day.
That's good.
So I was like, yeah, I can go to an event both days for just $10 more. Sign me up.
Hells yeah.
So with this one, I'm gonna say MJF wins, and I don't think he wins clean because I think, and it's something that it's been subtle back there, but hasn't been played too much. I think William Regal helps him, and that's what I'm saying. I think the BCC after tonight might not be a thing, but we can also. What's this guy that he had help him out before? Was it the Firm? Yeah, the Firm.
The Firm.
That
Big Cass and all those guys.
Yeah, that they might come and screw MJF, and we get another, couple months of Jonathan Moxley as champion.
Well, then they said the firm is technically up for sale. Like they don't belong to anybody. It's whoever pays them.
Yeah, but they had I think this guy cut a promo. I forgot what his name is now. I know in WWE he was Bivens. Malcolm Bivens? I forgot what his name is here for the firm. He had like one of those promos where he's like, "Oh, I thought me and Max were gonna take over, blah blah blah, but now he's all about doing it himself, and I'm gonna get my revenge or whatever." Which is when they attacked him that one night. So I don't know. I want MJF to win. That's my pick, MJF. But I wouldn't be surprised if Moxley somehow once again beats everybody, because that's what he's done.
I can't deal with this guy.
Like, there's no one he hasn't beat now, because he's beaten Brian, he's beaten Hangman, he's beaten Kenny, he's beaten MJF before. He beat CM Punk. Like, Jonathan Moxley.
Bleacher Report says MJF.
I hope so. Take that belt off of Mox ASAP. Let him go on his nice vacation. Even though now, like, his wife is now in AEW, so it's like he doesn't need a vacation. Like,
oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, they're all there.
That's not good though. Like I said, no, he doesn't need a vacation now because she's there. Fuck, that sucks.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still going MJF.
Yeah, me too. Like I said, that's what I want. MJF.
So I'm putting it out there. I'm throwing it out there. I'm gonna wish on a shooting star. I'm gonna, all that stuff. I'm gonna do all the stuff I can to help him win tonight.
And he said he'd do it without the Dynamite Diamond ring. That's why I feel like William Regal's gonna play into this. Maybe maybe he doesn't do it with the Dynamite Diamond ring, but he does it with those illustrious brass knuckles.
I hope so. Oh, that'd be awesome. So you think it's gonna be under the William Regal's group, but he'll be with MJF instead?
Maybe. I mean, he's the one that came out and like talked to Max and was like, you can be so much better than this. You can do this the right way. And he convinced him.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I like where your head's at, Dave. That could work.
We had to see, because TK right now is probably on bump number 3, and trying to figure out, what can I change now?
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys. That's our show for this evening. Pre-show starts at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. It's about an hour and 10 minutes from now. Right? Is it 7 or 7:30? 7 o'clock.
7.
Yeah, they have like 3 matches, so it has to be 7 o'clock. So cool. Yes, everybody, thank you for watching. We will be back Tuesday with the next episode of Just Too Sweet. Me and Eric will be back. We had something planned, and my memory is shot to hell, so I don't remember what that was, but I'll figure it out. That'll be Tuesday. You know all the shows. I'm not going to go through all the shows. You know them all by now. We got Granny's. We got a Mets show. We got a... Well, the baseball shows, forget about that. They're also off season. Sports for Life Con, we couldn't get together this week. Hopefully we'll squeeze that in sometime soon. We stopped you out. We haven't done it in a while. We can't squeeze that in too. It's been hard. Skyline of Views comes on. I will appear in my first episode of Black Collective. Will just air Monday. I will make sure I share that out. I had a great time with those guys. They're a bunch of fun. Am I on the Air with Don? Look for that show. All great shows. You know where we are. Pop Culture Pros. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, your mother's ass. We're everywhere. Everywhere you find us, we're there. All the podcasting sites, we're there. Make sure you watch. Share us out. Dave, any final words before we go?
Everyone enjoy Full Gear tonight, and I guess let us know what you think, your predictions. If we were wrong, if we were right. And yeah, that's it. And have a great Saturday evening. Thank God it's on Saturday today, not Sunday like they've been doing lately.
I know, I hate that shit too.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Remember one thing. We're better than you. And we know it. Well, you know. Oh, I forgot the sticker. I almost got to put the sticker there yet. So we're still better than you. And we still know it. And I'm down the video.